After Ruben Amorim and Manchester United, and now we're going to talk about Real Madrid. It's been a great season for Real in La Liga, but not so quite in the Champions League. But they still have that chance to making it through to the next round. But still, it's a lot of pressure now on Ancelotti. Whether he will be safe for next season is another question. And it's starting to circulate that Xabi Alonso has the chance to replace him at Real with the CV that he has for Bayer Leverkusen and playing for Real with the amount of trophies that he's won. I think when Xabi was out of the team, it was Toni Kroos who take over, but still Xabi Alonso has that brilliance, that vision, the control, and then the pass, and he's still showing it in practice for Bayer Leverkusen, showing his team, the show-off that he is. What do you think, guys, about Xabi Alonso having the chance to maybe take over at Real Madrid?
Me first. I think it will be interesting, but Ancelotti said he's not going to leave. It's not up to him. It's up to the club. I think he's a solid manager still for Real Madrid. In terms of Xabi replacing, I think it would be interesting. I think he plays a really good free flow football with the Bayer Leverkusen team. I think Patrick Schick is not the top scorer, but he's the top scorer of the team. I think he's just third or fourth in the list, and he's making use of everybody in the team. Everybody can do anything in that team, and Frimpong is way up top. Nathan Tella is actually playing really amazing with him this season as well. And with the wonder kid himself, Florian Wirtz, he's just utilizing everything. And it'll be interesting for him to bring that wealth of experience to Real Madrid and bring a couple of players in as well from the previous team and play that man's mindset of his free-flowing football. I think will be interesting. But I think he's not going to be a Real Madrid coach just by looking at what's going on right now with what Ancelotti said. But I think it's quite strong. 2 seasons that he's having with Leverkusen, and I think he's gonna keep saying I think unconsciously, but it should be another strong season at the moment, just second behind Bayern Munich and giving a lot of challenges to other Bundesliga teams. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Real is a different team, unique, and I always consider them to be on maybe the same bracket as Bayern München. And you talk about Barcelona, Milan's, and Manchester United. It's not just talk about the tactics, not just to talk about the formations, signing players, but you have to be strong in that locker room. And you have to have that caliber, that elite caliber that will gain the respect of the superstars in that Real Madrid locker room.
Firstly, there's a lot of traction about this rumor. The rumor mill is starting to wind up because what Ancelotti said before the Salzburg game when he said, Kiko touched on that, I won't decide my future at Real Madrid. It's up to the club. And then Xabi Alonso taking his Leverkusen team training at Valdebebas, the Real Madrid training session. And of course, the recent results at the El Clasico, it doesn't go well with Perez, the heavy defeats that Ancelotti's team experienced. So the conversation now moved to Xabi Alonso. Obviously, I think it's not a coincidence also that Carlo Ancelotti's contract ends at 2026, and also Xabi Alonso's contract will end at 2026 also at Bayer Leverkusen. There's this prominent Spanish journalist called Julio Maldonado. He said that he said without any doubt that at some point we'll see Xabi Alonso coaching Real Madrid, but maybe not next season, but maybe the season after that. No, we don't know. With football, anything can change very drastically, very quickly in the next 6 months, especially depending on the results, depending on the mood, depending on Perez, especially on this case. But if Xabi wants to go to Real Madrid, the word is he wants to take 2 players from Leverkusen with him. The first one is Florian Wirtz, but of course the German media put his price tag at I think 100 million euros. I think that's still too much even for Real Madrid, especially after the investment they made with Mbappe,
yeah.
with wages, signing on fee, and everything. But the other one is Jonathan Tah, a great defender, a strong defender, very good with the German national team. I think he'll be available for free. I think in the near future. Yeah, I think Xabi has that. He wants that two players to come with him, but yeah, definitely maybe in 1 or 2 years' time, we will see Xabi at the helm of Real Madrid.
I think any team that gets Xabi Alonso would be, quite very happy actually to get him, see what he did with Leverkusen as well. And I think in the summer we were talking about who's going to replace, just before the summer we were talking about who's going to replace Jurgen Klopp. We were talking about Xabi Alonso as well and how happy Liverpool fans thought we're going to be. Now we've got Arne Slot and how good that is now turned out to be. And you've talked about that, locker room situation, how he's going to handle with the players and the respect. And I think Xabi Alonso has proved that as a manager already, and as a player, nobody questions that and how commanding he would be in a locker room. So I think it will be no problem to whichever team, just not Madrid, not just Madrid. So. And
how about the demands of the fans? The fans that are filling the seats at the Bernabeu, very demanding. 2 defeats, not going too well. They can turn easily. Is this something that Xabi can take care of, because he was an ex-player for Real Madrid? And what do you think about Basque coaches right now in demand? Talking about Iraola as well.
He's the lowest paid manager, I think, in the Premier League.
Lowest paid, but doing so well for Bournemouth. And now Tottenham fans wants him to replace Ange. So a lot of Basque manager in demand. I don't know about Lopetegui. We're talking about
not him.
Xabi being a great player for Sociedad as well. So what do you think about the dynamics if Xabi comes with the crowd? Because again, they can easily turn, but you can see Zidane as a former player did very well for Real.
I think if you start, from a legend and then to coaching the team, I think they would happily welcome him with warm arms. But can he then turn Real Madrid to becoming the, serial winner that they are? Because, with the Madrid fans, the season where they won the Champions League against Liverpool a couple of seasons ago, not the previous 2 ones. That was considered, quote unquote, a failure, but they won the game. They won the Champions League. People were thinking Liverpool would win it, and they thought it was a failure for Madrid. High expectations coming in, so it really depends on what he brings. Maybe we can start with, how he adapts to the player and what tactical changes he made. Will he bring, the Leverkusen tactic back to the Real Madrid one? But it'll be interesting to see, because it's a totally different style of football with different, players coming in. I don't know if they would, Mbappe would survive in that kind of tactic. I don't know if Vinny would survive in that kind of tactic, because it's so free-flowing where everybody does a lot of things. So, yeah, let's see.
A transition period as well for Real. If Carlo Ancelotti goes, and then rumors from the Saudi League connecting Vinicius Junior, and maybe he's fed up with La Liga, with the treatment from the other fans. Can be a possibility for him to leave, but if Carlo leaves, then it opens the door for maybe a lot of players to think about their future, and it's going to be tricky for Xabi to talk to them, to talk to stars like Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, and then how about Kylian Mbappe? How do you treat him? And they have Jude Bellingham, who in this season is performing not as what we know he can do from last season.
Well, if Vinicius leave, will there be a regret with Erling Haaland for signing that long of a contract? Because one of the reasons he signed that contract is because Real Madrid has already all the tools in the locker they need in the front line. They don't need him for quite a long time. But if the situation arrives where Real Madrid needs a number 9, and I think he's better suited to playing with Mbappe than Mbappe with playing alongside Vinicius, because we know the characteristics of both those two players kind of the same. So it's about Xabi will be about managing the locker room also. It will be very important, especially without the strong character, the local characters like Nacho, like from the previous years, like Ramos and
Nacho played very well for Alcatia, by the way.
Seriously, you watch that game also?
Yeah.
What Aldi?
He's outstanding.
Newsflash: Aldi watch all the matches in world football.
Outstanding Alcatia with Aubameyang as well. Top 5 for them.
Oh, greatness, goodness.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good
This
stuff.
is where I get my
This is
information
where
about
Adi,
Leeds. I
this is
never
where
thought I would
Adi shines. Yeah, because he.
I'd probably watch it myself.
Yeah, he's
but-
24/7 a football guy.
You probably dreamt of the match.
What do you guys think, other than Xabi Alonso, the choices for Real, if in fact Carlo Ancelotti does leave the football club?
Erik ten Hag. Who's available? Definitely not
There's
Lopetegui
not
again.
a lot of
That
names.
was chaotic.
Yeah.
Who's around? Who's around?
I don't know.
Throw me a name.
Throw him in a yeah.
Someone strong enough for that, like locker room to face the fans, has that connection as well with the board and Florentino Perez. And I think you know how Florentino works.
Yeah.
If something is not up to
Definitely.
par with his, I think what he likes in terms of the style of play, in terms of the stars that. Because he wants that flashy
he
star.
wants that flashy star.
And if the coach doesn't concur with
cannot
that,
implement that star to the team, then bye bye.
and this is what's happening to
This
Carlo
is what happening.
right now.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So yeah, everyone who comes to Real Madrid knows that it's a different plane of existence than any other club. They know the burden of history, the DNA, the European DNA that they have to accustomed to, that they have to integrate to. So yeah, not a lot of people can manage those kind of expectations. So this will be very interesting times in the next 6 months. I think even in the next 1 or 3 months, depending on the results that Madrid get. There's some rumors that maybe Ancelotti can be gone faster than planned. We don't know.
Really?
Yeah. When I read the Spanish media, so yeah, maybe there's that kind of rumors. We just need to keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, watch this space
Watch
for
this space, yeah.
Real Madrid fans. You can comment, and maybe you have a name to replace the great Carlo Ancelotti in becoming your next Real Madrid manager. Of course, things are going very well. If they do win the La Liga, it's going to be a perfect farewell. And for Europe, there's still a chance. So for Ancelotti, if he gets maybe 2 massive the league win and then the Champions League, it'll be a perfect goodbye for him. And please do comment, and we would like to know your pick for Real Madrid's new manager.
I'm scratching my head thinking about who's gonna.
Hola.
Not now.
Probably Jose Mourinho, but anyways, let's leave that for
back
the
again.
comment.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably for the comment. So
Okay, so
Section.
thank you guys for coming to the show.
Thank you both.
As always, a
Thank
pleasure
you, guys.
to share everything about football with you guys and the fans watching. Love you both, of course, and especially Kiko.
Kiko, yeah.
So for all you viewers, the fans of our show, please do comment, and we would like to know who is the perfect coach for Real Madrid if in fact Carlo Ancelotti does say goodbye. And see you all in the next episode of DPI, the English version. Ciao, ciao.